Good afternoon, everyone. I am your host today for our broadcast. My name is Aiden Hughes, and first we are going to talk about sort of the issue around this context and what we are going to discuss today. So, to start off, this emerging technology concept is important for people to understand that it has always been about pushing the boundaries of what is possible. Each era that was mentioned has its own revolution in a sense, but the last couple of decades has shown a rapid growth in technology. The topic of scratch plow was mentioned throughout this article, which is a great example to show how valuable it was to people. It may not sound very important and not at all high tech nowadays, but this has transformed farming to be more efficient. Personal commuting was a big jump in this industry. Now the Kenback one wouldn't be very appealing to people now, but back in the 70s, this was a very useful device that kicked off the race for companies like Apple and Microsoft. This changed how people work, communicate, and organize data for their business. In the 1990s, the internet and e-commerce were introduced, showing us how digital platforms could transform shopping and global trade. Companies like Amazon and eBay were early adapters of this. They hopped on the ship early. With smartphones entering our society, it has changed how we live and interact with people forever. This is ultimately a computer in someone's pocket, which paved the way for mobile apps, location-based services, real-time notifications, and 24/7 digital engagement with customers. Artificial intelligence is now reshaping every industry, including finance, healthcare, retail, and manufacturing. From Siri and Alexa to self-driving cars, AI has really changed the way we live. Companies that want to continue to be successful will be using AI in any possible way to stay on par with other companies and with how our society has changed. Quantum computing is the next big thing. It's still early in development, but it promises to solve problems that today's computers can't, like modeling complex chemical reactions or optimizing supply chains in real time. Our world is continuously changing in ways that we would never thought.
This is Matthew Tusian Yang with Group 4, and I'll be discussing Section B, which was Course Concepts. Three concepts that stuck out to me are machine learning, competitive advantage, and artificial intelligence. Machine learning is mentioned in two places, and it is tied to important examples. The article talks about hyper-automation, where businesses automate repetitive labor-intensive tasks by combining technologies like AI, machine learning, and robotic process automation. Businesses assess their existing processes to find tasks that are repeatable and tedious. Instead of humans doing these tasks like processing forms, organizing data, or responding to emails, machine learning systems and robots can perform automatically. Machine learning powers smarter automation by constantly improving how repetitive tasks are handled without needing manual programming. Having a competitive advantage is very important. This means doing something better than your competitors, either being more efficient, more innovative, or more appealing to your customers. From the article, we want to look at the section Enrich to Empower, harness and enrich this flood of data to improve business decisions, gaining a competitive advantage through enhanced operations and personalized customer services experience. This example highlights how data analytics and emerging technologies like machine learning and IoT can give companies a competitive advantage by allowing them to understand customers more deeply, like their behavior, preferences, and habits. This also offers personalized experiences such as recommendations, custom promotions, or personalized communications. Lastly, the topic of AI is discussed, which is super important and a popular topic now. Something to consider from the article is how they describe AI and how it is used as a part of a hyperautomation to handle repetitive and rule-based tasks that are traditionally done by people, such as entering data, responding to sample customer service requests, or processing forms. AI systems can think and make decisions based on patterns and rules without constant human input. When combined with robotic process automation, AI enables smart automation and can adapt and improve over time. One example of this would be customer chatbots that understand and respond to questions, all formed by AI.
Your host is back again to discuss basically the change in strategy about our assignment. So when a business implements technology, it is not only about how it is applied, but also how individuals respond. This enacts the soft side of change, which involves the emotion and attitude and fear aspects of change for employees, because sometimes it can be scary. Change engenders discomfort, and many people are fearful about change, which is okay. It's normal. They may think the technology will be hard to use, or worse, they may fear losing their jobs, because nowadays technology can take people away from working. They can lose their jobs from it. Some people may be apathetic and confused or overwhelmed with learning something new. If leaders do not consider these reactions to change, it may be an unhappy ending for all parties, even if the technology is exceptional. I would apply the technology acceptance model, TAM. This model states that the more an employee believes something is useful and easy to use, the more likely they are going to use it. If an employee believes it's going to benefit them in some way, they'll want to use it. In considering TAM, I would first demonstrate its usefulness and support in their daily work activities. I would offer basic training and support. I would like to obtain employee feedback and employees and to utilize early adapters as leaders to support others. I choose TAM because it focuses on the employee's perspective, and the employee's perspective is everything for a successful implementation. Artificial intelligence allows machines to learn from experience, adjust to new inputs, and perform human-like tasks. Using these technologies, computers can be trained to accomplish specific tasks by processing large amounts of data and recognizing patterns that simply humans can't do. Due to popularity of AI nowadays, most companies are using this type of technology in their best interest. One example would be Amazon, one of the world's largest and most popular companies that I'm sure we've all shopped at, uses AI in many ways. Their digital voice assistant, known as Alexa, as you may know, is a very popular product of theirs that they rely heavy on AI to continue the growth and development of this product. Another innovative way Amazon uses artificial intelligence is to ship things to you before you even think about buying them. They collect a lot of data about each person's buying habits, which is important, and to have such confidence in their data shows how they can collect their data to help recommend items to certain people. And honestly, it predicts what they want to buy before they even buy it, which is a really cool aspect that maybe 20 years ago we never thought would happen.
The article discusses some important course concepts that are useful for understanding how technology is affecting today's business strategy, including quantum computing, the Internet of Things, also known as IoT, and big data and analytics. Quantum computing is mentioned in regards to long-term innovation. Quantum computing is a groundbreaking method of computing that utilizes quantum bits, also known as qubits, which are different from traditional bits in that they can exist in many states at the same time. Quantum computers will have the capability to potentially solve problems exponentially faster than traditional computers. Potential areas of application include encryption, artificial intelligence, also known as AI, and drug development. In our course, we have discussed how many of these emerging technologies require a deep level of investment and research, but could also lead to a large competitive barrier in the future. The Internet of Things appears in multiple sections of the article and is presented as a network of connected devices that are capable of communicating and collecting data, which organizations can use to better operate there more efficiently. We have studied how the IoT can drive new business operations, and it allows organizations to collect real-time data on customers, including their behavior, their preferences, and demographics, from which organizations can make more informed decisions. Lastly, the Enrich to Empower section emphasizes big data and analytics, and in particular, the considerable volume of data that we can expect by the end of 2026. With more than 1 trillion IoT connected devices, it will lead to an exponential increase.
Hey, your lead, Aiden Hughes, just coming in to conclude our segment of the broadcast. So as we've seen, technology has always been about pushing boundaries, from the scratch plow to smartphones and now artificial intelligence. Each era has brought its own revolution, changing the way we live, work, and do business today. Emerging technologies like AI, machine learning, and quantum computing and the Internet of Things are reshaping industries and offering new competitive advantage. But successful innovation also depends on how people adapt to change. By supporting employees through models like TAM and focusing on usefulness and the ease of use, businesses can ensure smoother transitions. As we move forward, staying informed and open to innovation will be key to thriving in this rapidly evolving digital world. Thank you for tuning in today.